You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Radio Show, only on Financial News and Talk. Now live in studio, your host, local and national real estate expert and consumer advocate, Ron Siegel.
And hello again. Welcome to Ron Siegel Radio. This is the show with no real boundaries. As we discuss current events, financial markets, politics, sports, even poking fun at the rest of the media. This is the show that connects the dots of confusion delivered by conflicting media reports. We connect the dots so you know the actions you can take, how your family or business can benefit from current events. Most of all, thank you for joining me. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day. We have a very focused show. We're going to chat about items that affect the roof over your head, your bank account, and anything I feel would benefit you. But before we get into our intriguing content today,
I love this.
Welcome back.
Okay, how many of you remember Welcome Back, Cotter? I mean, I know that I'm old. How many remember? In the house today, Simon Polito is back. Welcome.
Thank you, Ron. It's great to be back.
Have you with us? And let me remind you, if you ever have any home or finance-related questions, I am the consumer advocate looking out for you, and you can reach out to me directly, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com. Just remember, that's the number you call anytime for assistance. When you call that number, it comes directly to me first. There are no operators standing by. I'm it.
Quiet, numbskulls. I'm broadcasting.
While I do have a great team when it comes to developing a financing plan or plan to save you money, I personally work with you, even if you don't have any needs today. Save this number in your phone for future reference, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. And yes, of course, we are celebrating today. Although, you know, we might have to look into some help on this. National Meteor Watch Day. National OOTD. I don't even know what OOTD is. I know what OCD is. Parchment Day. I wonder if they're talking like parchment paper where you make cookies. I don't know about that one. There's
over the top.
Over the top. Is that it? Okay. Glad Simon's on it.
No, that's all right.
OOTD gives us an opportunity to express ourselves and document our personal style by sharing our. Okay, this is for you, Simon.
All right.
Outfit of the day, right? And Simon's got he's got the red flower on today.
Yeah, patriotic.
Okay, go red flower. I don't know where the purples come in, but you got the red flower, blue suit, white shirt. So you got the red, white, and blue, and then you got all the fancy colors that go with all that. Yeah, okay, so we've got outfit of the day. Can I just put on a pair of shorts and a Geneva Financial polo shirt? Will that work? Well, probably not. Okay, let's just get on to the markets and see what's going on in the markets today. The Dow Jones Industrial Average, it is now up 137 points. S&P 500 up 2.7. NASDAQ down 14.33. Oil up 33 cents per barrel. The U.S. Treasury, down 3 basis points. That means interest rates are improving. Right, so whenever we see the 10-year Treasury, that yield dropped a little bit. Generally, the mortgage rates are going to follow that. Not exactly, but it's not an exact science, but it is close. So we'll be watching that one for you. Germany, though, their interest rates dropped again also. They're down at a negative 0.2. So you lend the German government your money for 10 years and you don't get it all back. Kind of like the U.S., right? I mean, we said we pay 1.44, but yeah, you know better than that. You're going to get taxed on it, so you're not going to get it all back. But I do digress. Let's see what else is going on in the world today. The world. So Gwen Berry's still in the news. She's saying she was misinterpreted. How do you have somebody representing the U.S. that doesn't like the U.S.? I still don't get that. How about this? You got to love this one. So Maxine Waters, Mad Max Waters, she thinks that the government should run the credit reporting system. I wonder how many things could go wrong there, because they do so many things so well. Social Security going bankrupt. The immigration wall, well, there is none. The immigration system, there is none. Election, well, let's not get into elections, right? Now, what is education? We got a great, we don't have that either. Look at Maxine Waters' district. They're doing real, well, no, that's not either. So where is she coming up with these ideas of doing all these things by the federal government? Look, I might be wrong. Some people will say I am, but hey, the more we can get the government out of the way, the better life will be for all of us. I just throw that out there for you. There's not a whole lot that I think that I would want to trust Mad Maxine Waters to doing for my family. I don't know about you, but hey, you know something? You gotta love Maxine Waters. She's almost as bad as Gwen Berry, right? So Gwen Berry doesn't like her country, but is going to represent it. Maxine Waters won't live in her district, but she represents it. You gotta just wonder about this stuff. Hey, how about that Florida high rise? And that's a sad story. But now you see there's a little more coming out to this, and it's going to be a massive issue, right? Because now they're saying that the inspector last year told them that the building wasn't safe and needed about $16 million worth of repairs. Ow! $16 million. Now, before we went live on the broadcast this morning, Simon and I were chatting about a little bit of something very similar, right, Simon?
Yeah.
Irvine, California.
Yeah, Woodbridge community. And they've got some lawsuits going there. And now some lenders are saying they're not willing to lend in the area because they don't think the homeowners association has the money to cover the lawsuits. What do you think is happening in this high rise? I guess you don't have to worry about lending in the high rise because unfortunately that was catastrophic. But that's it's fascinating where it's all going and watching these things that, you know, they knew in advance. And obviously it's going to take a few weeks, maybe months, till we figure out exactly how many people it really perished in that collapse. But, you know, when they have an inspection and they tell you that danger is possible and you don't heed the warnings, why do you have the inspection? Right? I wonder what's going to happen with the members of that board, of the homeowners board, right? That's a big issue because when you have these boards, right, they're supposed to be they have a duty. They're not just there to look pretty. Well, most of them don't, but they're not just there to look pretty, right? I mean, they're there for a specific purpose. And when you get a report like that, well, you better heed. We might have to try and get our friend Ross Minion comes in every once in a while. And we talked to him a little bit about some of these issues, but that's not going to be pretty, even though we're watching that one closely for you. So, what else is going on in the world? What's going on with you, Simon? You haven't been in what, at least a week? Yes.
Having Simon come in and chat with us and sharing the. And if you're your first time listening to Ron Siegel Radio with Simon on with us, you probably noticed his Southern Belle accent.
Correct. Straight out of Texas.
Okay, so Simon's the official auctioneer for Ron Siegel Radio, Team 53. Out there running around auctions.
This afternoon I'll be in West Hollywood, tomorrow in La Jolla, San Diego. Right now I'm obviously in Orange County, so just being a tourist at my end, I guess, just traveling on this lovely road called the 405.
You know, I used to have a individual that would harassed me a little bit because I used to travel a lot. And his term for me was, Ron, you're like manure. You're all over the place. I don't want to say that about you, Simon, because it's a fascinating thought of what's going on around right now. So you're all these different areas, all for auctions?
Absolutely, yeah.
And you said you've got a big one coming up, next week?
On the 11th of July.
11th of
July, Sunday.
You're going to have a band there for this one?
We are going to have a live singer. A lovely girl by the name of Miss Idris. She was on The Voice.
Oh, wow.
And she normally has someone accompanying her is of also significant importance. But we love it. You know, it's in Hollywood, so we obviously set that Hollywood theme. And it's just a great atmosphere for everyone to come through. So if you're up early enough following our visit to Mission Fest, San Juan Capistrano on the 10th of July, then you get up early and you can go visit Simon on the 11th?
Yeah, at 4 p.m. So you don't have to wake up too early.
Oh, okay, so you have time
Well,
to
we might have to with the traffic that's back now. But 4 p.m. live on site. We'll be calling a live luxury auction with bidding to start from $3.4 million.
Starting at 3 point, maybe can I get 2 or 3 of those?
Absolutely. Yeah.
3.4 million is the starting price.
Yes, it is.
So we're going to explain a little bit about how the auction works with Simon Polito when we come back. You're listening to Ron Siegel Radio, discussing your real estate, current events, and the financial markets. We will also chat. Of course, we're going to chat. So we're going to talk about the mid-year report from Ron Siegel Radio, mid-year real estate report. How's real estate going? Where is it going? What's happening in the marketplace? We're going to chat about that one when we come back. We've also got a featured home for you, brought to you by myfavoritelender.net. And what do experts see on the horizon for the second half of the year? All that and more. You can reach me anytime. Our off-air number, it's 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com. Facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio. On Twitter, no longer. But if you miss any part of our broadcast, Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube, Ron Siegel, the number 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
Building your future wealth starts now. Take action and put your money to work for you instead of working for your money. Are you sitting on $100,000 of home equity? Realty Pro 100 has your solution. Realty Pro 100 Wealth Builder program may increase your net worth by $50,000 to $75,000 or more per year. Learn more about the Realty Pro 100 Wealth Builder program by texting My Wealth Builder to 79564. Text My Wealth Builder to 79564. License DRE 02059058.
Blue Water Credit Repair is the industry leader in fixing bad credit. Did you know a 40-point increase in your credit score can save you $40,000 on a home loan and $4,000 on a car loan? You deserve good credit and peace of mind. Take the first step today and go to bluewatercredit.com and register for a free consultation from one of their credit repair experts. That's bluewatercredit.com.
Are you paying rent because you cannot afford to live in your dream home? Are you paying rent because you don't believe you have the down payment funds to purchase your own home? At Siegel Lending Team at ronismylender.com has up to $25,000 to help qualified people purchase their own home at amazing interest rates. Contact the Siegel Lending Team today at ronismylender.com. Again, ronismylender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037. ronismylender.com.
Homeowners over the age of 62 are taking back financial control after retirement with reverse mortgages, and the Siegel Lending Team is here to help you use it to your advantage. Call Ron Siegel with Geneva Financial to receive your free information booklet with no obligation. The booklet answers all your questions, and the best part is you still own your home. Call Ron Siegel at 1-800-306-1990 or visit ronsiegelradio.com. Are you a military veteran, first responder, doctor, nurse, or teacher? If so, then you're a Ron Siegel VIP hero, and you may qualify for rewards up to $5,000 to $10,000 when you buy, sell, or refinance a home with a Ron Siegel Radio partner. As a valued VIP hero, you receive special savings, rebates, and valuable discounts. Learn more by calling me, Ron Siegel, at 1-800-306-1990 or visit VIPHeroProgram.com. It's just our way of saying thank you.
Do you know a homeowner experiencing divorce? Do you know a real estate reference and the divorce decree could cost tens of thousands of dollars? A certified divorce mortgage planning and real estate report could save you thousands of dollars, and it's free from your local certified divorce lending professional. Reach out to Ron today. RonIsMyLender.com. Again, RonIsMyLender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio anytime at 800-306-1990. 800-306-1990. 1990. The Mortgage Minute today being brought to you by our friends at Geneva Financial. When you're ready for that next home loan, Geneva's got the programs and the products. You've got the phone. Make the call, 800-306-1990. Kendra is standing by, ready to help you with whatever you need in the world of home loans. So let's see what's going on in the market right now. We need to check that one out for you and give you the update of the minute. Got to make sure it's all timely. So the Dow Jones now up 154 points. S&P 500 up 3.99. NASDAQ, it's up 6.57. But the question is why? Okay, well, I should tell you because part of it, the 10-year Treasury down 4 basis points now, down at 1.44. Mortgage-backed securities are up 5 basis points. Whenever that bond goes up, the interest rate goes down. Let's see what the news is. Well, the Mortgage Bankers Association released their mortgage application data for the week ending June 25th, showing that overall application volume decreased by 6.9%. Applications to purchase a home were down 5%. Refinances fell by 8%. The ADP employment report came out this morning showing 692,000 jobs created in the private sector in June, higher than expectations of 550,000. May's figure was revised lower by 92,000 jobs. That's a big revision right there, from 978,000 to 886,000. Yeah, that's a painful number. Let's see what else we've got going on. Pending home sales measures signed contracts on existing homes increased 8% in May, which exceeded expectations of 0.8% decrease. That's a fascinating number because how do you get the numbers to go up when the amount of listings on the market continues to drop? Well, the media is going to tell you that, the mortgages are down and the home sales are down and all these other crazy things. Well, a lot of it is they just don't understand the real estate market. And what are they really trying to do? They're trying to just sell, not homes. They want to sell to make you come back and realize and think that things aren't going well and that we don't have the affordability, which we do. See, the thing that they don't understand, and this is fascinating because it goes against their own commentary. Right, the media tries to tell you that the economy is going good when there's a Democrat administration. But think about this whole concept. Well, if there's no homes for sale and if people can't buy a home, does that say the economy is doing well or not doing well? Think about some of these concepts. Unfortunately, and I mean this with all sincerity, we need a strong media in our country. We need an unbiased media. They're a watchdog. We're a watchdog. I shouldn't say they because I'm part of it. We're a watchdog of what's really going on out there in society. And you need to hold our elected officials accountable. Well, if you're just sitting there being reading their talking points, that's not keeping them accountable, and it's not good for our country. Just throw that out there for you. That is the Mortgage Minute today being brought to you by our friends at Geneva Financial. So let's get into our conversation. Simon Polito is in the house. We like having Simon come in here and chat with us. He's a regular on Ron Siegel Radio. Simon Barbarino, if you remember the show.
I do remember the show. I'm my age now.
Exactly. Welcome back. Welcome back to Simon.
I love being here.
So those of you that listen to me on a regular basis understand that I am a big proponent, especially for our divorcing couples and our, unfortunately for those people that are responsible for probates, of a program called Team 53. And Simon is an integral part of that because Team 53 basically has a function of, and this is a key component of it, non-distressed luxury auction. And you have to say it, non-distressed luxury auction. Everybody with me, right? Non-distressed, because when we hear auction, we always think about bargain and we think about distress.
Yes, courthouse steps, foreclosures.
Steps. Yes, a lot of negative connotations.
Correct.
Right? And it could be some great connotations.
Absolutely. It has all the potential.
right now, think about this. If you want to buy a Dodge Charger, right, you can't find them. There's one place that has a bunch of them, but you basically can't find them.
No.
Right. So what would be the best way if you really wanted that? The best way of getting it, brand new car right off the lot, was what if the car dealer said, okay, I'm going to go and I'm going to auction this off. And he said, okay, I'm going to start the bidding at $1. You're going to go, okay, well, that's pretty exciting, right?
Absolutely. Opportunity.
Now, does anybody believe that a brand new Dodge Charger is going to sell for $1?
No, but they can't help themselves by thinking they can get an opportunity to secure a deal.
Right. They're thinking about a deal. So, but what ends up happening, and this happens all the time. Why do you think eBay does what they do? I used to sell stuff on eBay, and I would put a 5-piece set of pots and pans on there for a penny. Well, you know that after 7 days, if enough people see it, it's going to go to market value.
Correct.
Right?
And market value is?
Whatever a willing buyer is willing to pay a willing seller.
Exactly.
Right? So the concept here, when you do it with housing, it's no different.
Fair and transparent.
You know something, that's a big issue, Simon, because I have some agents that have come to me lately, and their comment to me is, Ron, what do I need this for? I put it on the market on Thursday. I've got 50 offers by Sunday, and we're in escrow by Tuesday.
Yeah. Do you think they're going back to them on Monday or Tuesday and asking them for their absolute best and final and showing what they've already got on the table?
No, none of them show what they've got on the table.
Exactly.
They'll go back to a handful,
correct,
of predetermined individuals, right, and say, okay, this is that I'm tell me what your best and final is, and some of them stop right there, Simon.
Exactly, because I mean, if I was representing you, I'm not going to go too hard. I want to try and get you the best deal as a buyer's representative.
Sure.
So
it's your job.
But if I don't get an opportunity to come back to you and say, hey, Ron, look, we got to go a little bit better. This is where they're at. You may miss out on the property you really want by only a couple of $1,000s even.
And I might have been able to, and you know, we broadcast from a remote studio, and we're only about a mile from one of the it is the largest auto auction companies in the world, but they've got their local offices about a mile from here.
Yes.
And they run about 2,400 cars through that auction every Wednesday, I think it is.
Yeah, Wednesday. Yeah.
2,400 cars.
Yeah.
Think about that. Now, do they stop and say, okay, give me your final and best? No, they get somebody like Simon up there, who's the barker.
They're a little bit more crazy than me. They go a lot faster.
I think a car goes through every 45 seconds.
And that's the difference. They've got a whole roster of properties to sell. I'm doing one at a time. So I take the time, slow down my speech, give everyone enough time to really think about it. Yeah, to a certain degree.
Okay, so the concept here is, why not do it that way? I'd love somebody to put in any one of our chat. If you're watching us on RonSiegelRadio.tv, if you're watching us on YouTube right now or any of our Facebook channels, there is a chat box or a comment box. And if you put comments in there, I can actually see those comments, and I can throw those comments or questions over to Simon, and we can talk about them. So if you want to be interactive, if you're listening to us on the radio, you probably will notice that, well, we record the show at 9 o'clock in the morning. So check us out. Go to the YouTube channel, hit the like button, I think there's a bell on there. So when we go live, you can get that information. You'll get a notification. But you can throw some comments in there. And if you got questions for Simon, put them in there. But Simon, the whole idea is now, if you have what's the largest crowd of bidders? People that have qualified to bid
of late or in history?
In history, in your tenure.
You know what? I had one property, and it was back in Sydney, Australia, and I want to say I had about 35 to 40 registered people.
35 to 40 registered
bidders. And look, not all of them could go all the way. One drops out, one comes in, but it was an amazing spectacle to watch, and it was actually for a one-bedroom unit, a condo that had not been touched or opened in 30 years. The doors had been locked, and the family forgot they had it. And I can remember clearly.
I just forgot about this.
Yeah, well, the lady had passed away, and the beneficiaries had no idea until we went through all the files of the deeds. We found that she actually owned a unit that had literally original newspapers in there, untouched, from
Wow.
1960.
Wow.
You know, and it was in quite a time warp.
I would imagine that's a fascinating concept. So, you know, the idea here is in a market even as hot as today's market. Think about this concept of the auction, and when I tell you that it's a non-distressed luxury auction, how do you know what you're getting? We're going to talk about that when we come back. You're listening to Ron Siegel Radio, discussing your real estate, current events, and the financial markets. Hey, if you're thinking about buying a new house, how about the Home Buyer's Guide? Text HBG RSR HBG RSR HBG to 79564 RSR HBG 79564. We'll send you a copy of our Home Buyer's Guide. It is compliments of Ron Siegel Radio. No, there's nothing for you to buy there. We come out with this every quarter. It's a brand new one each quarter. But we're going to come back. We're going to talk more with Simon Polito. RECA is the name of his company. What do experts see on the horizon for the second half of the year? I'm going to give you Ron Siegel Radio's 2021 mid-year real estate market report. We're going to get that for you. And we've got a featured home brought to you by myfavoritelender.net. All that and more. You can reach me anytime off air number 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com, facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio. And if you miss any part of our broadcast, Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube, Ron Siegel, the numeral 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
What's your plan to beat inflation and protect and build your future wealth? If you're not sure, and if you would like to learn the secret of building wealth by utilizing your current assets with little or no risk, Realty Pro 100 has your solution. Realty Pro 100 Wealth Builder Program may increase your net worth by $50,000 to $75,000 or more per year. Learn more about the Realty Pro 100 Wealth Builder Program by texting My Wealth Builder to 79564. Text My Wealth Builder to 79564. License DRE 02059058.
Are you a renter and tired of making monthly payments? Paying off someone else's mortgage? Hey, it's Ron Siegel here to help you stop renting and start owning your dream home with amazing low interest rates. And you could potentially qualify for a $500,000 home for less than $5,000 out of pocket. So stop renting. Start owning with Ron Siegel. Learn more at ronsiegelradio.com and start owning today. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
Are you earning a safe, secure 10+% return on your investments? Is your credit score over 800? Are you living in the home of your dreams or simply where you think you can afford? If the answer to any of these questions is no, what are you doing about it? Text ATP to 79564. Complete a 3-minute complimentary survey and the area trusted professionals of Ron Siegel Radio will reach out to you to develop a success strategy for you. Again, all you need to do is text ATP to 79564.
Do you own a luxury home or planning to purchase one? If so, your home may be your largest asset, but your mortgage may also be your largest debt. The Siegel Lending Team is offering amazing financing opportunities right now. Jumbo loans up to $2 million, 30-year rates in the 3%, and 15-year rates in the 2s. Learn more at ronsiegelradio.com or call me directly. My number is 800-306-1990, licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
Are you a veteran, own a home, and need money? The Siegel Lending Team is here to help veterans refinance and get the money they need. The VA 100 lets you borrow up to 100% of your home's value, refinance your mortgages, consolidate credit cards, and lower your payments by an average of $700 a month. And the Siegel Lending Team knows that character means more than a credit score. Call 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990. Rate subject to change without notice. Licensed by the California Department of Corporations, NMLS 21037, and DRE for 018694452.
Do you know a homeowner experiencing divorce? Do you know a real estate reference and the divorce decree could cost tens of thousands of dollars? A certified divorce mortgage planning and real estate report could save you thousands of dollars, and it's free from your local certified divorce lending professional. Reach out to Ron today. RonIsMyLender.com. Again, RonIsMyLender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions.
as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. The real-time real estate segment today being brought to you by the area trusted real estate professionals of Ron Siegel Radio. Text SLT Home Digest to 79564. Find your dream home before someone else does. Digest has all the information about your property, and it comes out every month. Tells you whether the property appreciated or how much it appreciated, what the market's doing, all that great stuff. And yes, it is compliments of Ron Siegel Radio. What do we see on the horizon for the second half of the year as we move into the later half of the year? Questions about what's to come are top of mind for buyers and sellers. Near record low mortgage rates coupled with rising home price appreciation kicked off a robust housing market in the first half of 2021. But what does the forecast tell us about what's on the horizon? Well, mortgage rates likely to increase but remain low. Many experts are projecting a rise in interest rates. The latest quarterly forecast from Freddie Mac states, quote, "We forecast that mortgage rates will continue to rise through the end of next year. We estimate the 30-year fixed mortgage rate will average 3.4% in the fourth quarter of 2021, rising to 3.8% in the fourth quarter of 2022, unquote. So not horrible. However, even as market rates rise, the anticipated increase is expected to be modest at most and still well below historical averages. Rates remaining low is good news for home buyers who are looking to maximize their purchasing power. Same report from Freddie Mac goes on to say, quote, "While higher mortgage rates will help slow the pace of home sales and moderate house price growth, we expect overall housing market activity will remain robust. Our forecast has total home sales, the sum of new and existing home sales, at 7.1 million in 2021. Home price appreciation will continue to grow, but price growth will likely slow. Joe Seidel, senior markets economist at JP Morgan, projects home prices will continue rising as well, indicating buyers interested in purchasing a home should do so sooner rather than later. Waiting for rates or prices to fall may not be wise." Quote, "Home buyers, interest rates are still historically low, though they are inching up. Housing prices have spiked during the last 6 to 9 months, but we don't expect them to fall soon, and we believe they're more likely to keep rising. If you're looking to purchase a new home, conditions may be better than 12 months out hence." Other experts remain optimistic about home prices too. The graph that we are showing right there on RonSiegelRadio.tv, the AABC News and Talk AM 1490 video feed, shows home price forecast for 2021. Average 8.9% when you look at Zelman, MBA, NAR, Fannie Mae, and Freddie Mac. Inventory remains a challenge, but there's a reason to be optimistic. Home prices are rising, but they should moderate as more housing inventory comes to market. George Ratui, senior economist, Realtor.com, notes there are signs that we may see the current inventory challenges lessen, slowing the fast-paced home price appreciation, creating more choices for borrowers. There's a lot more in the report. If you want the full report, give me a call, 800-306-1990. It is on all of our socials. That is the real-time real estate segment. Again, if you want to get a copy of the Home Buyer's Guide, free, text HBG to 79564 or rsrhbg.com, rsrhbg.com, or HBG to 79564. So we're going to continue our conversation. Simon Polito is in the house. So Simon, we talked a little bit in the last segment that we're dealing with non-distressed luxury auctions of basically any property. I know since you and I have been chatting about this on radio, I've heard you had bidding prices starting at $300,000 in Orange County, California.
Correct.
Going up to, what, about $7 million?
$7 million is the highest one we've done so far, yes.
That is fascinating. So if I'm thinking about buying $1 million house and it's at auction, you know, my mindset is distress deal, buying a pig in a poke, risk.
Something wrong with it.
What's wrong with it?
A lot of unknowns.
Right. How do you address that?
Well, we do a lot of the due diligence ahead of time which is quite different to the traditional market we normally see.
Yeah, there's no due diligence on the courthouse steps.
No, not at all. That's a lot of risk, and that's why you do often pick up a deal because you're getting that compensation.
I was with somebody last night that used to buy a lot during the 2009, 2010, during the Great Recession. And it was fascinating listening to the way they did it. They would have one person at the auction, which was the courthouse steps.
Correct.
They had another person at the site itself.
Driving around. That
was looking at trying to look in the windows and see what the site actually looked like, the property looked like.
Yeah. And
another third person back at their office crunching numbers. So they would see, okay, we've got the number cruncher, we've got the inspector there, the guy on site seeing what the competition looks like. It's a pretty big process.
It's a numbers game. They'd buy 5 properties or 6 properties. One of them would be an absolute dive for them, and the other 5 or 4 would be the ones that they would recoup the cost on.
Sure. So how does that differ with what we're doing on Team 53?
So what we do is we do all the due diligence ahead of time, being the home inspection, a termite report, seller's disclosures, natural hazard disclosure report, preliminary title report, any HOA CC&Rs if it's part of one, any permits that may have been pulled, or any material facts that the seller has knowledge of. That way then we can give you, the buyer, all the unknowns, which gives you what? Confidence.
Sure.
In making a bid and actually increasing that bid, because you know that there's no negotiating after, and you can secure it with all the unknowns up front.
That's a big issue, because now you're looking at it and you're saying, first off, I don't have to go through the work. I'm a simple guy. So I can go online and look and say, okay, here's what the home inspector report looks like. I can do my due diligence, say, is this a reputable inspector or not? There's an organization of inspectors, so I'm sure they'll put in there whether they're part of the organization or not. I can look at the preliminary title report and see what's going on there.
Yep.
I have time. That's a biggie. I have time.
Correct. Yeah, we give you that time
to go and look and see. Okay, it's not really a Carfax, but something similar.
I actually use that terminology a lot. It's like Carfax. When you're going to buy a second-hand car, you go over the Carfax to know the history.
Sure.
The same way we give you a due diligence package, and we allow you to come through a 1-hour open house, which is also produced over the course of a 3-week campaign. So you're seeing it.
Is the open house opportunities going to increase as we come out of COVID?
Oh, we're back. We are back. We're back showing properties. In fact, I'm doing one this afternoon or this evening in West Hollywood. We're doing for 1 hour, twice a week for 3 weeks, and then on the 4th week you have a live auction.
So you've basically got so as a seller, and again, if you're a seller and you want to see our free home seller's guide, text HSG to 79564 or rsrhsg.com, either way. So as a seller, you're giving everybody all this information. For me as a seller, I'm going to get the most money for my property because everybody's together at one time.
Correct. And it's also the safety for you as a seller to know that when I do say sold, put the gavel down, it's a done deal. We've already received some money as a deposit, as a bidding initial bidding deposit, which goes towards their EMD. You know that everyone's who's playing.
Simon, EMD,
earnest money deposit.
Okay. I'm a simple guy, Simon.
You're the one giving out these acronyms here.
Because I can't spell home seller's guide, so I put HSG.
I'm just throwing. But yeah, that goes towards your earnest money deposit. So you as a seller know that whoever's got a paddle in their hand, they've paid to play.
Oh, okay.
So if they're not successful, they get that money back, obviously.
Sure.
Unless they want to keep my paddle, then they can donate those funds to my account. No one's done that yet.
No one's done that yet, right. Exactly.
But it's all about showing both sides of the market that we are serious. This is not a joke. There's always a lot of unknowns in this industry, but we're showing them and being transparent, which allows everyone to bid with confidence, and that's how we get that premium.
So there's no contingencies.
Correct.
Which is great, right? So we know that at the end of the however long it takes you to auction,
auction, yeah, sure.
Whatever it takes you for that auction period, we got a transaction.
Correct.
The other thing is, think about this: if you're selling your home, if you've got a great real estate agent, they're going to schedule an open house on Saturday from 1 to 4, and maybe Sunday 1 to 4. If you got a great view, they might do it on a sunset view on a Tuesday night or a Thursday night.
Correct.
Right, so you can get that view. We don't want to mess up people that are going to church, so we don't do Wednesdays,
right? But go to a sunset showing. Think about that. So in a market that's as hot as it is right now, you got a 4 o'clock Thursday, a 4 o'clock Saturday, a 4-hour Thursday, a 4-hour Saturday, a 4-hour Sunday, and 12 hours right there that you've got to be away from your home. You've got to make it look like a museum. Well, under Simon's process, you've got 6 1-hour blocks, right? 6 1-hour blocks.
We're actually even shortening the campaign right now to 4 hours only. So 2 weeks. And then the third week, we're doing an auction. We're getting over 300 people through the door in 4 hours.
It's a lot of people.
It is. And it's fine because what they're doing, they're giving them a chance to realize there is competition. They're seeing it. And when they hear other people's comments, it really either makes them make a decision as to whether they want to proceed or remove themselves from that property.
Yeah, and I'm sure that's going to be a both issues, right? So there's going to be some people that say, you know, something, I can't compete, or I don't want to compete.
There is that initial fear.
So they just say, okay, I'm not going to show up. But there's enough people that are going to say, you know something, maybe I can get a good deal from Simon.
Correct. And you can always stop the auction, just like eBay has the buy it now button. If someone was to...
We're going to talk about that when we come back, because that's going to take a little longer to talk about. I also want to share with you a story time with Ron. So I did something like this. I did a reverse auction. How about a reverse auction and see how that works? I'm going to talk to you about that when we come back as well. And we're going to talk about how does the seller get protected? All of that and more, as well as a featured home brought to you by myfavouritelender.net. All that and more. Reach me anytime off air, number 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com. Facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio, on Twitter no longer. But if you miss any part of our broadcast, shame on you. The replay is available. Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube. Ron Siegel, the numeral 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
If you're listening to this program, building personal wealth is a topic you're familiar with, and you probably understand that making money is about creating a high income from a high-paying job or running a business, while building wealth, on the other hand, is about creating a stock of value that goes up over time. You've also probably noticed lately that prices for fuel, groceries, and raw materials are skyrocketing, while your monthly income remains flat. Welcome to Inflation 101. One of the fastest growing wealth building strategies is utilizing your current assets with little or no risk, like the equity in your home. Realty Pro 100 has been helping people like you increase their net worth by $50,000 to $75,000 per year. Now's the time to put your money to work for you and beat inflation. Learn more and start building your wealth by contacting Realty Pro 100. Text My Wealth Builder to 79564. Text My Wealth Builder to 79564. Receive free information on how the Realty Pro 100 Wealth Builder program works and if it's the right wealth building strategy for you. License DRE 02059058.
Hey friends, do you dream of mortgage-free home ownership? Are you aware that even if you own your home free and clear, it could still be costing you thousands per year? The Siegel Lending Team can help you generate tax-free income, accumulate family wealth, and maintain ownership of your home. By simply emailing your most recent mortgage statement, you'll receive a no-obligation real estate plan. Learn more by calling 1-800-306-1990 or email me your recent mortgage statement to PEAR@ronsiegelradio.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
Are you tired of paying rent? Are you tired of paying someone else's mortgage? Do you know qualified folks can potentially purchase a $500,000 home for less than $5,000 out of pocket? Ron Siegel can help qualified people purchase their own home at amazing interest rates. If you're tired of paying someone else's mortgage, reach out to Ron today at ronismylender.com. That's ronismylender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
Are you a renter and tired of making monthly payments? Paying off someone else's mortgage? Hey, it's Ron Siegel here to help you stop renting and start owning your dream home with amazing low interest rates. And you could potentially qualify for a $500,000 home for less than $5,000 out of pocket. So stop renting. Start owning with Ron Siegel. Learn more at ronsiegelradio.com and start owning today. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
Do you know a homeowner experiencing divorce? Do you know a real estate reference and the divorce decree could cost tens of thousands of dollars? A certified divorce mortgage planning and real estate report could save you thousands of dollars, and it's free from your local certified divorce lending professional. Reach out to Ron today. RonIsMyLender.com. Again, RonIsMyLender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. The featured home segment today being brought to you by myfavoritelender.net. Hey, don't forget about this. Go to myfavoritelender.net. It is our mobile app. Take a picture of the app on your phone. So you have to install it, download it, put it on your phone. Take a picture of it. Send a copy of that picture to RJ at ronsiegelradio.com. And we'll put you in the raffle for a certificate, 4 days, 3 nights in Las Vegas. Don't have to buy anything. There's nothing to buy here. You got to pay your own taxes and fees. I don't pay for that for you. I'm not even going to cover your gambling expenses. But it's a great little giveaway there. 252 Lemon Grove in Irvine. 2 bedrooms, 2 full and a half a bathroom in the heart of Irvine within the Orange Tree Villas community. The Valencia model 2-level townhouse features 2 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms. Highly desired end unit offers a great deal of privacy with no units above and no units below. Spacious, private, enclosed patio area, perfect for alfresco dining. I don't even know what that means. I like to eat. The well-presented interior offers a neutral environment with wood-like flooring and a soft paint color. Bright white kitchen offers all the amenities you could hope for and is just steps to the dining nook looking out to the enclosed patio. Think about this one. Irvine, California. $525,000 is the list price. Let's look at some financing options. Oh, I should tell you, this is listed by Mike Kelly over at First Team. Great guy over there with First Team Real Estate. Mike Kelly, if you want to meet him, give me a call, 800-306-1990. 3.5% down, you're looking at $2,104 a month. If we put 20% down, you're looking at $1,828 a month. 25% down strategically, $1,607 per month. Yes, if you have to add the taxes, the insurance, the HOA, if there's mortgage insurance, all those things have to be added to it. So let's look at the APRs for those of you keeping score, and I know you compliance people are. 3.808 APR, 3.32 APR, and a 2.981 APR. NMLS 217037. That is the featured home, 252 Lemon Grove in Irvine. If you want more information about this property, Mike Kelly, he is the listing agent on it. Give me a call at 800-306-1990. I will put you in touch with Mike and his great team. Featured home segment brought to you by myfavoritelender.net. Don't forget, grab the app, show us a picture of it on your mobile phone. Send that to RJ at ronsiegelradio.com. We'll get you in the drawing for a raffle. No purchase necessary for 4 days, 3 nights in Las Vegas. You pay your own taxes, fees, and gambling expenses. Continuing our conversation this morning, we do have Simon Polito in the house.
Welcome back.
So Simon, RECA, he's the name of his company. He is the auctioneer. And we've talked about Team 53 on the program many, many times. Simon is the king here. So he does the auctioning. He's the, I just do a little radio in the morning, the afternoon, the evening. Simon does the fast talking. So Simon, before we went to break,
yes,
a couple of items I wanted to chat about. So let's use our featured home today. Right, so the featured home was a $525,000 list price.
Yeah, I was just looking at it. I was very interested by it. I was curious to know what the size of it was, actually.
Okay, let's see. So what I'm hearing Simon say is size matters. I don't want to get into any trouble with anybody, But that's what Simon said here.
It's how you use it, Ron. What's the use of this unit?
Not going anywhere with that one. I don't even know if this says what the size is on it. It says 2 bedrooms, 2 full and a half a bathroom. This particular sheet does not give us square footage.
Probably around 1,000 square feet.
Probably in that neighborhood. So I know that you're familiar. Now, here's the issue with what you're with the auctioning process. Do you need to see the property?
Not really, no.
Because your whole focus
is important to a seller, though.
Sure.
And if it is important to them, I will take the time to do what's right, but not necessarily.
So your focus is getting price out of the issue.
Correct.
So this one here, Mike's a great agent, very, very successful. So I'm assuming that at $525,000, he's probably, I don't know, maybe aggressively priced in this market.
I mean, I'd look to start the bidding on something like that between 4 and 450.
So if you start the bidding at 4 to 450, that's going to be pretty exciting.
You would imagine you're going to probably have a huge line of people dying to get into this property, because at that price point, when you run your numbers on your mortgages and your repayments, it's going to be exceptionally low. The return on rental is going to be exceptionally high. So you're going to grab not only the home buyers, but you're also going to grab the investors.
So you got a 32-year-old that's out there looking to buy their very, very first home, and you can end up getting that, and they're going to look at it and say, "Wow, $400,000." And I'm just guessing because I don't have the numbers in front of me, but $400,000 versus $525,000. It's about 80%. So you're looking at about probably $1,600 mortgage payment, give or take. Don't hold me to it. I'm just doing it off the top of my head.
That's going to rent for $2,500 minimum a month. So it's a positive cash flow property.
So 400. Now, what if it's a rainy day in Southern California? Like that ever happens.
It's a good luck day in my book.
Right. So, and we know in California, Southern California anyway, people don't go out in the rain.
It's funny. People will always come when they feel there's an opportunity to secure something at a deal.
Okay. So, but let's just say that it's a rainy day and no one shows up.
And that happens. So we have a clause in our contract that is there purely to protect the seller. And that clause is that they have the right to accept, reject, or negotiate at any time of the three stages in the process, whether that be before auction, at auction, or for 60 days preceding the auction date.
Okay.
So let's just say they wanted 525 as their bottom line, and we didn't have anyone register or bid. We could just pass the property in and do not have to sell it. Or let's just say we did get an offer up to say 490. And they still didn't want to sell it, they could still say no. I would pass the property in, and then we would discuss with the listing agent about how we're going to reactivate that listing on the market.
So you're spot on. Our tremendous engineer, producer, Josh there puts in the notes to me, 1,153 square feet.
There you go.
So you were spot on that.
Yeah.
So let's just think about this one a little bit. I want to share with you a little bit about a reverse auction. Right. So I actually did this, and the auctions work. Right. So I actually had a property about 25, 30 years ago that I went and was purchasing for my family. And I wanted to put an alarm system in. I used to travel a lot for work. Right. So I had we met every one of the alarm companies at the property, and we got a proposal from every one of them. And then I had my assistant call and make an appointment for every one of them to show up in my conference room, same day, same time. And we sat around the table, and it wasn't that I was looking for the cheapest prop. My goal, because his owners have different goals.
Absolutely.
Right. So my goal was not necessarily to look for the cheapest. I wanted to get the best system I could for the best value.
For your family.
Right. I was protecting my family. And we sat there and we just hashed out the whole thing right there on the spot. And I got what I thought was the best deal for my family, the best program product for my family.
Exactly. It's not, like you said, it's not always necessarily price.
Right.
It's the opportunity, and it's what you want, and it's what the seller wants as well.
So with the auction process, Team 53, you're getting this whole thing done. Why do I call it Team 53? Well, because Simon's process, he'd already told you, you get 2 hours of viewings over 3 weeks. Could be quicker. And then you have the auction on the 4th week, 25 days of lending, because you got to be pre-approved ahead of time. I recommend being pre-underwritten ahead of time. On the Team 53 program, we basically say if it doesn't close on time, $500 per day per diem cost to the buyer. right? Now they've got to perform. The seller's got to perform. The seller's already done everything.
Correct. It's all done up front. So you could even close earlier than the 25 days we're finding.
Sure, absolutely. And you get that as long as you do all your due diligence up front, right? So it's all perfectly. The whole system is set up to make it done nice and easy,
seamless,
and get the most money.
Mm-hmm.
And it is market value.
And everyone's playing on the same level ground.
Right. So when we started the program, I was saying, what happens if you have 25 people that want the same property? Well, an agent is not going to go and be negotiating back and forth with 25 people, right?
You just physically can't do that.
It's not possible.
No.
But if they all show up at the same time, they all are on the same playing field, they can all do it right there, and you've got a done transaction.
Instantaneously.
You can all go out and go to your favorite pub and have a nice little beverage.
Now we're talking.
Right when you're finished. Yeah, if you want more information on this whole process, give me a call, 800-306-1990. And as always, I ask, set that first radio preset button to come back here this time, this day, every day, and listen to Ron Siegel Radio, where we only talk about items that affect your house and your bank account. Hey, if you want to meet any of our guests, call me anytime, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. And remember, make a lot of money so you can help a lot of people and have a lot of fun. Have a great day. We'll talk to you next time on Ron Siegel Radio.